going on, everybody? I'm Tommy. We're back with episode 10, season 2. I got Alex to my left, and today we're here with a Lady Warrior, Abby Arnold. So she's been playing basketball since she's 4. Recently joined the 1,000-point club for the Lady Warriors, where she finished with 1,035. So she went to 9th all-time in the program, which is really cool. And then she's one of the only players that has had 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, and what was the other one? 100 threes. So that's just really good stuff. Next year, she's going to go to Arcadia. She's going to play basketball there. So thanks for being here.
No problem.
All right, Abby, we'll start with that 1,000-point accomplishment, one of your probably biggest in your career. How'd that feel?
It felt really good. Like, my dad and I would go to girls' basketball games, like, before I was in high school because, like, a bunch of my friends had sisters that played, so we would go with, like, them. And that was always a goal to get my name on the banner because, like, you're permanently there. Like, that means you made an impact on the program that was positive.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then you've had 2 while you were here, right?
Yeah.
Timko and Crop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool that you get to be up with those girls that you've played with. And then early in the season, you guys get that Springford win. At the time, it was kind of an upset, but you guys matched up well with them in the pack. Was it quarters?
Yep.
So how did it feel to get them in that one of the first regular season games, get that big win?
Yeah, I mean, especially after last year, we knew that they'd be, like, doubting, like, they would just come into the game thinking it was going to be easy. And so we just worked really hard in practice that week. We were like, we're going to go down fighting, but we're not going to go down. Like, we're going to get this win because we know they won't, like, expect it. And, yeah, just, like, the element of surprise, I think we got them, especially at home. Like, it felt really good. It really, like, jump-started our confidence and, like, gave us a good start to the season, a good start to pack play, like, a good foundation to work off of.
Before the season, you struggled with a couple of injuries over the summer. How did you overcome them in time for your final senior season?
Yeah, I mean, in May, I got the news that, like, I had fractured my back, had a herniated disc, and fractured my hip. So I was out for 3 months and couldn't play, like, my entire AAU season. And for basketball, like, we don't play after our senior year. That was my final season. So it was tough, but, like, I still went to everything. I had to keep myself busy, keep myself still with the team. And, I mean, they all helped me tremendously getting back. Like, it took me probably, like, 2 months to get back to my old self once I was even cleared to play. Like, I probably wasn't even 100% until the very beginning of the season. Like, even our scrimmages, I was still trying to figure everything out, especially, like, we had some freshmen this year, so figuring out how to play with them. But just, yeah, continuing to go to everything, continuing to know that they all had my support. Like, I was going to be their biggest fan, even though I couldn't play. Like, just making sure that they all had my confidence in them. And then their confidence in me to be able to get back to where I was last year, like, that's what kept me going.
Yeah. Was that hard with, like, a recruiting side? Like, I'm sure going into your senior year's big summer.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great because, I was talking, like, schools, and then, like, some dropped off because I couldn't play. Man. But, like, Arcadia stayed with me the entire time. They checked up on me every couple weeks when I wasn't playing and then when I was coming back. So, like, it was an easy choice. By the end, I was like, I know where I want to be because they've had their confidence in me. Like, every single one of the coaches came to a game this year. Like, I knew their full support was in me, so I was going to show it back to them.
It's got to be a great feeling. What do you hope to accomplish there at Arcadia next year? Over the floor.
Yeah. I hope to the program's on the up with Coach Jackie Hartzell. Like, she took over it, I think, 2 years ago, and they're winning a lot of games. Like, I want to win their, like, division. I want to get to, like, the March playoffs. Like, that's my big goal, and just, like, continuing to have fun, like, creating new friendships, continuing to have fun, because that's, like, why I play basketball.
That's awesome. That's where Alex Sherman's at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, keeping it on the upride. Last year, you guys only had 6 wins, but obviously this year was a lot better. You made districts, and you made the PAC playoffs. Like, how much better did it feel going out as a senior, having that pretty good season.
Yeah, I mean, last year was like hard, but like especially like we had a ton of new people like that had very little varsity experience, so we were just like growing pains, figuring it out. By the end of the year, we like started getting our groove. Like we started winning games by the end, so we were just gonna carry that with us through this year. Like it's a new year, we put it right past us. We didn't really think about it because we knew what we could do. Like they gelled all summer. I put myself back into it during like tryouts and all the like our fall stuff, and we had a ton of underclassmen step up. Like we knew that what we could do. We saw flashes of what we could do in the preseason, and just like having full confidence that that wasn't going to happen again. Like we were going to win, we were going to make playoffs.
You talk about that family atmosphere that you and your teammates have. What has the Kaminsky family, Craig, Kevin, and Ron, who I think is their father, right?
Mm-hmm.
What have they done for the entire program and for you over the 4 years?
Yeah. I mean, their entire mantra is that, like, we are one team. Like, JV and varsity are not separate. We go to everything together. We practice together. A lot of other schools separate it. So we just, I mean, we do everything together. Like, when we go to Wildwood, only varsity plays, but everyone goes. Like, when we do playoffs, like, JV still practices even though they don't have games. So just making sure that everyone knows that they are appreciated and valued is, like, how we get our family atmosphere. I mean, we do a bunch of, like, team bonding stuff. Like, we do dinners, we do breakfasts. Right after one of our tryouts this year, we went bowling. Like, it's just, like, spending as much time together as possible because we know, like, having, like, you have to be together off the court to be together on the court. So just, like, creating that atmosphere. And they all instill confidence in everyone. They were confident in me from my freshman year. They were like, if you're coming off the bench, like, you need to score for us. Like, you need to play defense. Like, whatever they needed, I was willing to do. And they had their full confidence in me no matter what that was.
Yeah, and other than confidence, what do you think something that Cassidy, Timko, some of the older players have, like, give you?
Yeah, I mean, they all taught me, like, how to be a leader. Like, they were all incredible players, but they were even better leaders. Like, Nicole, my freshman year, she was, like, huge to me. Like, she was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm playing with the Nicole Timko. Like, she's the leading scorer for everything. And, like, I was on the team when she broke some of those records. So she was so cool. Like, she made every shot she took, like, just learning her work ethic from her. And then Cass was probably, like, the best teammate I've ever had. Like, she was incredible. She made everyone around her better. She instilled confidence in me. She was like, you're good. Like, you deserve to be here. You deserve to be starting, especially, like, as a sophomore. I was still a little like, oh my gosh, like, I'm playing. Like, I'm actually, like, playing large minutes. Yeah. She just instilled so much confidence in me. Like, they both taught me how to be better basketball players and a better person.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then do you think there's something that you've left out there for the younger classmen this year?
I just hope that, like, I taught them how to be, like, together. Like, I tried to be, like, a unifying factor between all of them, like, a place where they could all go with their problems to, like, make sure that they felt heard, made sure that they had support. Like, I was going to support everyone on that team no matter what. Like, I was going to ride for them no matter what. I will continue to do that. Like, they're some of my best friends. So just hopefully, like, they can take, like, having fun, but also, like, working hard, like, having no excuses to not put in the extra work, going early, going to every, like, open gym, like, just going to everything, putting everything into it.
Assistant coach Sarah Sherman was one of you guys from 2010 to 2013. And then, obviously now she's on the coaching staff as an assistant coach. What, view does she bring to help out the Kaminskys?
Yeah, she brings, like, she's very straightforward. Like, she went through it. She played in college too. Like, she knows what we're going through. So she brings, like, the real life, like, to them, like, how we could be feeling, how certain things affect us. just, yeah, she's like our bridge between them, especially like as a girl. Like we can talk to her about stuff and she can put it like in a different way so that the coaches understand like what, like where we're coming from, how we're feeling. Yeah, she's just like a natural bridge, especially because like she went through exactly what we've gone through, especially as a Methacton player.
Yeah.
Was there a team that you looked forward to playing every year? Like maybe a rival, maybe that just great energy aspect?
Yeah, I mean, I always enjoyed playing Springford. Like, their gym's big. Like, they're always really good. They have a really good coach, Mickey. They're just really excited. Like, Craig always hyped up that game. He was like, this is a big game. Like, it could be the difference between you getting into playoffs or not. Like, beating Springford is always looks really good because they have such a storied history of being really good. And then all of the years that I've played against them, they've had really good players. Like last year, they graduated to D1 players. This year, they're probably going to have some more. Like, they're always really tough. They're always really disciplined. So, like, just those games, like, are really big for us. So they were always, like, very enjoyable to play against.
Yeah, they had a girl that went to Nova a couple years back, right? Yeah, she was a good player at Nova.
She just transferred, yeah. Your grandfather was the former Fleetwood head basketball coach. You played there this year. You had to be looking forward to that game. But what did it mean to you that he gave all that up? He put on a Methacton shirt. He hosted you guys. He was cheering for your team.
Yeah, I mean, my mom's entire Fleetwood like, family is Fleetwood. Like, they're, like, literally everyone's in the Hall of Fame there. So being able to play there was, like, incredible. My grandpa, when I was younger, was an assistant coach for the boys. So, like, I grew up in that gym, like, in the summer when they were doing stuff and I was out of school, like, I would be down there shooting on, like, the side basket while he was in, like, open gyms. So just being able to play there was really cool. Like, a ton of my mom's family came up from, like, Delaware, from, like, a ton of places. So I probably had, like, 25 people there, like, that were directly related to me, and then, like, a bunch of friends. So that was just really cool. Like, my grandpa is who really got me into basketball. Like, he's been a mentor for me for, like, my entire career, and he's, like, just always there. Like, he doesn't miss a game. He lives an hour away, but he doesn't miss a game, whether it was AAU or Methacton. Like, he went to Louisville this year, even though I wasn't playing. Like, he's
Wow.
Yeah, he is my biggest supporter, and he'll tell me how it is too. He'll be like, you did not play well. Like, the coach in him is still forever in there. And yeah, he's so excited about Arcadia. Like, he's just incredible. And like, Craig scheduling that game for not only me, but for him, like, was really cool.
That's awesome. And then talk about your teammate, Jenna. She's played with you for years. You guys were the seniors this year. Just like we kind of said earlier, ended on a great note with her. Like, how awesome has she been with you throughout the years?
Yeah, I mean, I've never not played with Jenna. Whether it was softball or basketball, we've been playing together since, like, kindergarten. So we've been stuck at the hip forever because it was, like, summer and spring was softball, and in the winter it was basketball. So we've been together most weekends in our life. Both of our dads were softball coaches together, so, like, her family is part of mine. Like, I could go to her for anything. She, like, just playing with her, like, she gives me a sense of calm because she's always been there. Like, she's, like, a steady. Like, I know that I can go to her for anything, and she can go to me for anything. We know, at this point, we know where each other are on the court. Like, we knew what each other was thinking. Like, I know, like, I can throw this past her. Like, she'll catch it. Like, she's just she's one of my favorite people. Like, we've grown together, not only as players, but as people. And, like, we have a friendship that I wouldn't trade for the world. Like, we're like sisters at this point. Like, we fight like it too. But, like, I'll love her forever. Yeah, I don't know. We have just an incredible bond that, like, we'll have forever.
Yeah, that's so cool. How do you think the younger generation, you've got a great current, even freshman class, but the sophomores and then the junior class, how far do you think they can take this team in your absence?
I think they'll be able to go far. Like, they were doing well without me over the summer. Like, they've had practice. They could only get better with the experience that they gained this year. The juniors are going to be really good leaders. The underclassmen this year are going to step up to even more than they did this year. So I'm confident that they're going to continue doing well, like continue pushing for the playoffs, like winning playoff games. I mean, I know I'm going to be in the stands. I'm going to be texting them. Like, they're probably going to be sick of me by how much I check in. But, yeah, I think they're going to do incredible.
That's awesome. Do you have a favorite team memory throughout the years?
I think just, like, when we go to Wildwood, we have a game the first day and then a game the second day, and we stay overnight in this, like, disgusting motel. But, like, we do White Elephant, like, we bring games, and it's really fun. Like, it's kind of sketchy, but it's really fun. It's in, like, it's in the first month of the season, so it's, like, a lot of team building that happens there. Like, this year we did a gingerbread house competition, just creating memories there that, like, last you throughout the season and really connect you. So I think Wildwood is always going to be, like, a really special tournament that I played in that really, like, unified my teams. And, I think that's probably, like, a favorite memory.
I got nothing else.
I got nothing. Congrats on just the great career, and good luck in the next step.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.